Hello friends, it's Kelly and I am back with another episode for the Tool Time Tuesday collaboration with a whole bunch of other awesome ladies, and I will link everybody in the description box below who is participating. And this month, our focus is on using our sewing machine or hand stitching or any kind of stitching. So you will see a lot of stitching on this layout once I am completed with it, because that is my focus. But I have pulled in lots of other neglected tools from my stash, and it's actually a new tool that I will show you right now. This is a new die set that Globleland sent me to work with, and it has a whole bunch of really fun, like sketchy shapes. So there's ovals, circles, hearts, a rectangle, messy rectangle, and a messy circle. So lots of fun elements to play with. And I'm going to use the heart today on this layout. And Globleland has sent me some products to use, and love all of their products, and it's everything that I've used so far, and they are starting to get more and more things in. So every time I go back to their website, I see new items that they're adding. So they add new stuff all the time, and they're inexpensive, and there's also a 10% off coupon code in the description box. So check that out and go check out Globleland if you love stamps and dies and all the crafty goodness. So they have lots of fun things there. So I use the heart to punch out these heart shapes. And this is some like holographic paper that I've had in my stash. It's a specialty paper from American Crafts cardstock, and as you can see here, I cut the middle out of it so that I could stretch it a little further. And I'm going to mat my photo on that holographic paper, and I will use these embellishments on my layout. I've also pulled out this Petite Prince wood grain in a light pink, and I have this Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and it's from the Unforgettable collection in this kind of darker pink, two-tone pink. And then I have, this is also from Cocoa Vanilla Studio, same collection. So, and it's just a lot of words. I'll be using that. And I intend to do some embossing. So I've pulled out this Nuvo embossing powder and my Versamark, and I have pulled in some black ink. This is liquid watercolor ink to do some splattering maybe. And I pulled in these holographic this alphabet set or thicker set, and I've had these also holographic stars and just little icons that I thought I might get on this page. And what else? A stencil. And I found this frame in my stash. I've had this for a long time. I want to say it's Maggie Holmes, but I cannot remember. And then I have this adorable photo of the Grand Twins in their Valentine pajamas, and they just look so cute. So I'm going to frame that photo, and that is going to be the star of the show. And then I also had bought these at Tuesday morning. It's been a while back, but I thought those were so pretty and perfect for this layout. So that is my plan, and that is what I will be using. Like I said, my main focus is my photo, obviously, but also using my sewing machine. So I plan, I'm not sure if I'm going to use black thread or white thread. I haven't really decided. I already have white thread in my sewing machine, so that's probably what I'll end up doing because it's easier than changing the thread out, but we'll see. And let me see, is that everything that I wanted to say? I believe that it is. So just go check out all the other ladies, and I'm going to fast forward the rest of this layout process. Thank you for being here, and I will have close-ups and still shots at the end. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this photo framed, and I'm just adding some adhesive to the actual frame. And I had cut down my photo previously, and I somehow lost some footage or something, but I had cut or torn these two pieces of paper using my tear ruler, and I really like the look that that tear ruler gives because it's messy, but it's not too messy, if you know what I mean. So I try using this dauber. It has the embossing fluid on it, and because I had tried the pad and that didn't work for the stencil. So, and then I'm just pouring some of this embossing powder on the embossing fluid, and then I will use my heat gun to melt the embossing powder, which I really wanted to add this little pop of aqua into this layout because in the picture, Katie's pajama also has some aqua. So I just wanted a little touch of another color in this layout. So after I used my heat gun, it warped this paper super bad. So I am just kind of wallpapering it onto another piece of cardstock to kind of flatten it. And it worked somewhat, but there's still a little bit, and you can even see it there. There's still a little bit of wrinkling, which it's okay. It's flat enough, right? So I'm using the die cuts that I cut from the Globleland dies, and I'm going to add those around the page. And in just a moment, I will take this off camera after I tack these down a little bit, and I will tack them just with a little bit of glue, and I'm going to take them off camera over to my sewing machine and run a line of stitching right down the center of these. And I'll show you here in a minute a little close-up. So, and I just want them kind of clustered under and around the photo because I have an idea of where I want my title to go, and I needed those to be in their own little cluster. So here I'm showing you where I added my stitching right down the center of these, well, kind of the center of the hearts, and then I'm going to lift the edges up just to give it a little bit of dimension on the page. And then I also went around the perimeter of the layout with the stitching. So I'm going to pop this photo onto some of this adhesive foam. And then I'm pulling out this liquid ink. This is from the Dandelion Paint Color or Paint Company. And I'm just going to splatter some of that black paint around the paper. And I really like the contrast between the black and the pink, and it also the black ink is represented in Kaysen's pajamas in the photo. So I wanted some black elements and in the frame, so I just kind of wanted to carry that through the layout, and the black splatters kind of helped with that. So I'm going to start working on my title. I have this word heart. It came from Coco Vanilla Studios, and then when I saw this picture, their Chelsea, their mom, sent it to me on my birthday, and my first thought is, oh my goodness, they're so cute. And so whenever I was thinking of a title, I thought, oh, my heart, because they're just so stinking cute and sweet, and I just love them to pieces. So that's what came to mind whenever I started working on this title. So I had to create a comma because I wanted a comma between the O and my. And so I cut down one of the Q's, the little hangy bit off of the Q, to create a comma. And then I added one more of the die cut hearts over there underneath the word heart to kind of bring that into that section of the layout. And then I'm scattering these other more dimensional hearts and the holographic stickers here and there around the layout. And then I am using some Felicity Jane Puffy little dots that have black hearts on them also around, and I thought that was really cute. This has a very heart theme to it. And just for my final touches, I found these little leaf sprigs, and I'm going to scatter those around just to add a little more interest around the layout. And I added a little label down at the bottom underneath my title to add my journaling. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go check out all the other ladies who are participating in the Tool Time Tuesday and see how they're using their sewing machine and stitching. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.